Hello everyone. Today I started learning machine learning fundamentals. Before building any machine learning model, it's important to understand how data is prepared and processed. In this session, I learned about the machine learning workflow, datasets, and data preprocessing. Let me share what I learned. Slide 2. What is machine learning workflow? 30 seconds. Machine learning follows a step-by-step process called the workflow. It starts with collecting data, understanding the data, cleaning it, preprocessing it, training the model, and finally evaluating the results. Following a proper workflow helps us build accurate and reliable machine learning models. For learning machine learning, I use the Titanic dataset. A dataset is simply a collection of rows and columns. Each row represents a passenger, and each column contains information such as age, gender, fare, and survival status. Understanding the dataset is the first step before building any model. Exploring the data. Before using the data, we need to explore it. We check the number of rows and columns, understand the data types, and look for missing values. In Python, functions like head, info, and describe help us understand the dataset quickly. What is data preprocessing? Data preprocessing is the process of cleaning and preparing raw data before giving it to a machine learning model. Real-world data is often incomplete, inconsistent, or contains errors. Preprocessing helps improve data quality and model performance. Handling missing values. One important preprocessing step is handling missing values. Sometimes age, salary, or other information may be missing in a dataset. We can either remove those records or fill the missing values using the mean, median, or most frequent value. Encoding categorical data. Machine learning models understand numbers, not text. So values like male and female must be converted into numerical values such as 1 and 0. This process is called encoding and is an important part of data preprocessing.
So now you're going to learn three important concepts in machine learning. So first one is future engineering, future selections, and train test split. Okay. To understand these topics easily, we'll use famous Titanic dataset. By the end of this video, you will understand how raw data becomes ready for machine learning models. So first one we will learn what is future engineering. Okay. The definition we'll talk about future engineering is like a future engineering is a process of transforming raw data into useful information that helps machine learning models makes better predictions. So it helps to transform the raw data into useful information that helps machine learning models to make better predictions and to get good accuracy. So for example, we are taking a best example like one second. So I am taking the best example of Titanic dataset. So if the Titanic dataset has name, age and gender. So here we took gender has male and female. We have only two types of gender, right? Male and female, where we can give 0 and 1 in binary way. But here if we give male and female, the computer doesn't understand what is a male and female. So what we are doing, we are converting to this. We are converting to this. So it is easy understand, like if we give male has 1 and female as 0 means the computer will easily understand what is the male and what is the female. So this transformation is called future engineering. To take a real time example, imagine a teacher converting student marks into grades. So how she will give? She'll give like this way, right? So she'll give 90% means A grade, 80% means B grade, 70% means C grade. So the future engineering helps improve model performance by making data more meaningful. If we give numbers, the computer will easily understand 90% means A grade only, 80% means B grade only, 70% means C grade. If you give A grade, B grade, C grade means it can't understand. So you are giving 90, 80, 70. So this is the concept of future engineering. Now we will see what is future selection. So future selection definition is like a future selection means choosing only the important columns that contribute to predictions. We are selecting only important columns that contribute to predictions. For example, we are taking again we are taking the Titanic. So here we are taking some attributes like a passenger ID, name, ticket, age and fare, gender, survived. So what are the important and useful features? We want age and fare and gender. And the less useful features of passenger ID and ticket number. Ticket number we don't need, passenger ID we don't need because we have name, age and fare and gender, right? So if we take the Python example is like this. So Python example like this. If X means higher value, means higher priority, like age, gender, fare, and lesser priority, we are giving Y df is equal to survived. And imagine you are selecting players from your cricket team, right? So what you will see? Fitness, batting skill, bowling skill. You will not see like a favorite color, mobile number and all, right? So similarly, machine learning selects only useful information. Key point: future selection reduces complexity and also improves model efficiency. So this is about future selections. And once more again, I'm telling a definition of future selections. So future selection means choosing only the important columns that contribute to prediction, right? So next we'll go for train test split. So the definition for train test split is the train test split divides data into two parts. Whereas the data has 100% means it will split like 80% and 20%. It means we are giving the test size is equal to 0.2. It means 20% is going for testing, 80% is going for training. So we have two types, training data and testing data. Why? If you ask why, a student studies from book before writing an exam, right? Likewise, training data is learning. Testing data means evaluation. Means suppose if we take Titanic data set has 100 rows. let me show you example. So we have 100,000 records. If the Titanic data set has 1000 records, so we are taking only 800 records for training data set, means 80%, and another 200 records are taking as testing, means 20%. The simple Python example is like, so here is the simple program of a train test splitter. So we are importing a module, has a model selection, import test train test splitter. So here is the learning data and also evaluation data. So we took two types of variables, whereas x and y, and we took a train test split, and we are taking test size means 0.2. I told you now, 0.2 means 20% of the data is going for testing. And random state, ensure the same split every time. So never test a model on the same data, use it for training. Okay, so this is the complete example, complete explanation of future engineering, future selection, train test split.
Bias versus variance in machine learning, simple and practical. Hello everyone. Today, let's understand bias and variance in machine learning in just 4 minutes. Don't worry about the technical words. I'll explain using a simple student exam example. By the end of this video, you'll know what is bias, what is variance, how to identify them, how to fix them. Let's begin. What is bias? Bias occurs when a machine learning model is too simple and fails to learn important patterns from the data. Imagine there is a student preparing for an exam. The syllabus has 10 chapters, but the student studies only 2 chapters. During the exam, questions come from all 10 chapters. The student cannot answer most questions. Why? Because the student didn't learn enough. This is called high bias. In machine learning, high bias means the model is too simple and fails to learn important patterns from the data. What is variance? Now imagine another student. This student memorizes every answer from last year's question paper. In the practice test, the student gets 100%. But in the real exam, the questions change slightly. The student gets confused and scores only 50%. Why? Because the student memorized instead of understanding. This is called high variance. In machine learning, high variance means the model memorizes the training data and struggles with new data. Easy formula. High variance equals too much memorization equals overfitting. How to fix bias and variance? If bias is high, the model didn't learn enough. Solution. Check mark, add more useful features. Use a better model. Train the model properly. Real life solution. Study all chapters instead of only 2 chapters. If variance is high, the model memorized too much. Solution. Use more training data. Use cross-validation. Simplify the model. Real life solution. Understand concepts instead of memorizing answers. That's it. Bias means less learning. Variance means too much memorization. A good machine learning model learns the concepts and performs well on new data. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more machine learning tutorials.
Hi all. So, you know what? Today day 1, right? So I finished day 1 task that I learned machine learning fundamentals. So today was really productive learning day for me. I focused on machine learning fundamentals, and of course it is used in many interviews, and this is the very starting point that every beginner should know. And I learned about machine learning algorithms and also how it workflows, data workflows, data pre-processing, and also future engineering, future selection, and train test splitter. And I spent time understanding on cross validations, bias and variance, underfitting and overfitting, right? So the most interesting thing which I learned today was bias and variance only, because we took lots of examples on it, like many student examples which is related to us. And I understand the bias means the model doesn't learn enough, right? So while variance means the model is memorized too much. The variance, which is learn lot of background data but when it comes data change, your data patterns change, it cannot identify, it cannot test. So using real life student examples made the concept much more very exciting and also very interesting. I also explored practical examples using data sets and Python code. So we use a Titan data set, and also we created our own data set, right? So in Jupyter Notebook, which helped me to connect the real world experience. So it is very happy to create own data set. I hope you also very happy to create your own data sets. So overall today learning experience was really good. I enjoyed a lot. And one more thing I want to say, that valuable because I not only learned the concepts but also understood why they are very important in building machine learning models. So that's all for today, guys, and I'll continue AI and machine learning journey for future videos. And also tomorrow I'm gonna upload like statistics, and I hope you will wait for the statistics. And next I will also share my progress. And for today, day 1 progress, I enjoyed a lot while learning, and I got more interest while learning also, because it's very different topics and different examples I'm taking, right? So it is very easy. It is very happy to learn. It took me to 3-4 years back, because all my teachers also learned this all to me, but that day we didn't focus anything on that type of topics. But now I'm understanding everything. So this is realizations. So that's all for today, guys. I'll continue my statistics video for tomorrow, day 2, and I'll share my progress every day with you. So thanks for watching, and see you all in next video. I hope you will be happy and enjoy your day. Love you all. Bye.